who are the people that you consider toxic or that are toxic towards you. Whatever triggers us reveals something about us very often. You know, this is emotional intelligence, thinking beyond that kind of behavior. Hey, this is Mike Sigla from TruthTheory.com and welcome to another video. So today, again, something about personal development. I like to talk about personal development because who doesn't want to become a better version of themselves? So how to deal with toxic people? This is what we're going to talk about today. So first thing is always, who are the people that you consider toxic or that are toxic towards you? Because obviously you will have a different approach depending on the case. So let's say someone like your dad or your mom, who is obviously, you know them since your birth and you have a different relationship with them than someone like a work colleague or a friend or some random person on the street, right? Very different dynamics. You know, you're not going to be changing your dad, you know, and they have a different way how they look at you, for example. So first thing to always think about is that we will deal differently in different situations. Second thing, very important, and I say that quite often, if you keep attracting some kind of toxic person over and over, so let's say you get into a relationship, you change your boyfriend, the boyfriend is toxic or abusive, whatever. Go to another relationship, new boyfriend, similar scenario. Or friends, how they treat you. You change your friends, you attract new friends, similar behavior. Sometimes it could be a boss, you know, you change your job, different boss, similar behavior, work colleagues, whatever it is. If you attract similar situations towards you where there is always this toxic behavior towards you and people change and still the same is reflected, it's very likely that it's not about them. There is something about you that keeps attracting these situations and these people. You can notice that when, you know, there is a repetitive pattern, like I said earlier. When you change people and they keep coming and always have the same characteristics and similar behavior. This is how you can notice that there is a pattern inside of you that keeps attracting those people towards you. What could be that pattern? Sometimes it can be lack of self-love. So when you treat others first instead of yourself, someone asks you for a favor, whatever, you think like, oh, maybe this is too much, but you're gonna do it because you are afraid what they're gonna think about you. If you're gonna say no. Or you are just too kind and you always like give and wanna help and do more and more for others, and then the people that you start attracting, they don't value that. You start attracting people that take, don't appreciate it because you signal that this is normal. Or sometimes some people who are very negative, who complain a lot, who focus on negative things, who analyze negative things, who see glass half empty all the time. If you are in that mindset, it's likely that you're going to be attracting more of the same. So toxic situations, toxic people. These two are important. And sometimes people who are very judgmental and they start attracting the same towards them. I suggest to also check out my other video about spiritual alignment and how to recognize your own toxic behaviors, because sometimes our own toxic behaviors attract toxic behaviors towards us. So something to think about. And also sometimes it's good to work with a coach because we often don't see our own patterns, but someone from the outside who knows these types of fields, they can, for example, notice the pattern in you and help you to just clear that pattern. I do coaching one-on-one as well. So if you are interested, send me an email. It's coaching@TruthTheory.com, or check out TruthTheory.com/coaching. Now, in case this is more kind of random, or I don't know, you just got a new job and there's this annoying colleague or whatever, some kind of person on the street randomly, you know, having a problem with you, whatever, this is gonna probably require individual approach. So let's say someone like your boss, are they mean to you all the time? Think about it, why this happens. Are they right? Maybe they're right. Maybe, you know, they see you are lazy and that's why they are mean, for example. And maybe it's that you think you work hard and they think this is not enough. So try to evaluate their perspective, because, you know, if this is some random thing on the street, let's say someone is like, I don't know, you had some kind of issue on the bus with someone, whatever. You have a couple of options. Think about it this way. Okay, what if this person has a really bad day and they got triggered, they just responded in this way because, I don't know, they might have a stress. Let me give you an interesting example of that. I remember, you know, a couple of years ago I was doing kickboxing and I was sparring with this big older guy who was like kind of macho guy, and I kicked him in the head. And he got really angry with me, and it was a sparring fight in the gym, and he just lost his temper and was like, oh, I'm gonna destroy you, blah blah blah. And basically the people had to like split us apart. You know, he reacted. So, you know, I have two options. I try to understand, maybe he got triggered for whatever reason, or I just respond with the same, fire with fire. And what we gonna get from fire versus fire? We're just gonna get more of the same, right? We're gonna get more into argument or whatever, hating each other. So I try to, you know, calm myself down, not really respond, react, because I knew he got triggered for whatever reason. And you know what happened? He came to me, like the next time, he came to me and apologized and said, listen, I just lost my job. I was really angry and I reacted, and I'm sorry. This is what I'm talking about here. Sometimes people, you don't know what's going on in their lives. Sometimes people have a really bad day, bad week, bad month, and they just reacted. And you can react or be smarter. This is called emotional intelligence, and not allow them to trigger you, and try to just become and approach it. This is also, you know, the more you meditate, the easier for you it is to not react when these types of situations happen. You would be surprised that sometimes when someone attacks you, whatever is toxic towards you, and you're gonna respond with kindness instead of, you know, responding with something similar, they often gonna you know, calm down, and they're gonna be like really surprised that you just treated that this way, and they often gonna change. It depends obviously on situation, what kind of people, but I'm talking about these individual situations. Like, I don't know, you just have some argument on the road with another driver, because emotions often cause these types of toxic behaviors. So just being smarter, trying to understand their perspective. Maybe they're having a bad day, maybe this is like one-off thing. This is how I would try to deal with toxic behavior towards me if this is like not coming from the same person over and over. If this comes from same person over and over, like I said before, you know, if this is your boss, why this is happening? Because the boss is a douchebag, or is it because you are lazy? Why is it happening? So something to think about. But if this is, let's say, a friend, and it's good to confront them nicely and politely, and people don't like confrontations, but if this is repetitive, you know, you're gonna continue. You have a couple of options. You can confront them, explain to them, trying to be polite, intelligent about it, and listen, I don't know, I mean, I don't like this type of behavior. I don't want it to sound as some kind of criticism, you know. I really like you and everything, but I just don't like this type of behavior. Sometimes it happens. Trying to be nice and polite always, and see, you know, maybe they're gonna understand it if they're like a good friend. And if they don't get it and you think this is valid what you explain to them, and you really, you know, tried your best and it's repeating over and over, then I don't know, time to maybe start hanging out with different people. Show them that you don't approve such behavior. Sometimes just like cutting them off a little bit, and that's it, you know, because you tried your best and doesn't work and still the same. So these are some of my ideas. It really depends on the situation, but generally you want to master your own responses, your own emotions, to not allow yourself to be triggered. I get triggered as well, even though I understand a lot of these things, and I try to, you know, after doing these types of things for years, I try to understand that people might have a bad day, that this is just their personality, whatever. Sometimes I get trolls in the comments, and they are like really mean, pointing what the fuck, whatever they don't like about my video, the way I look, my accent, that I like to wear a vest, that I have something in the background. Always someone who's gonna say something about you. Whatever triggers us reveals something about us very often. Because maybe there is something, I don't know, you are overweight and someone said that. They were very rude, and you know this is something you want to work on, something like that. And this gonna really hit you. So sometimes something that I wouldn't care about, if someone gonna be toxic towards me, same kind of thing towards other person is gonna hit them exactly in the weak point. And again, trying to think on a higher level, you know, if I create my content and I feel like I deliver a good message, and someone is mean about whatever, how I look or how I say things, whatever, why should I pay attention to what they say if like 95% of other people, you know, say it's a good thing, and I know it's good, for example? Why would I care about some unhappy troll that is just like really sad and happy, has some problems in their lives, and they try to be mean to trigger you? You know, this is emotional intelligence, thinking beyond that kind of behavior, not reacting. It's a work in progress, you know. I still have like sometimes moments when someone's gonna piss me off, and that's it. Hope this is useful for you. Like I said, have a look at my other videos about spiritual alignment and how to recognize your own toxic behaviors. And if you have some of these patterns, you want to get coaching one-on-one, get in touch, send me an email. It's coaching@truththeory.com, or check out truththeory.com/coaching. Sometimes I do initial call free of charge, so you have nothing to lose. Get in touch, let me know what's the challenge, and we're gonna see if I can help you or not. So thank you so much for watching my funny face. Thanks a lot. Share this video if you like that. Subscribe here if you still haven't. How is that possible? You should be already one of my subscribers. If you keep watching all the way to the end, if you're not a subscriber yet, something's wrong. So quickly subscribe.